Morning guys, this is Jay here again from Stake Mentor, bringing you today's crypto news. So, another night of, I guess, negative news, food selling. Even though we can see a big green now, big price recovering, but what we had overnight, some bad news from Korea, essentially that the Korean government, the Korean agencies were raiding the biggest Korean exchanges, which led to a lot of panic selling over there. And we've seen prices decrease further, but now as Europe is waking up, we can see prices going up. One particular thing to mention, EOS up 20%, and we've seen some stability in the EOS price over the last few days, even though everything else was crushing. I guess it has to do with good news in the sense that the technology is coming along very well, the development is coming according to plan, and things are looking very positive in the near future. And as we know, we are all preparing for a big launch around the 1st of June. Partners are being confirmed, so it's one of my holdings at the moment, and it will be interesting to see how this develops over the next sort of weeks. Also some good news. I mean, even though Bitcoin is down, we had some good news in the sense that Goldman Sachs, the large American investment bank, came out and say Bitcoin should be regarded as a normal currency. And I guess that's a major statement from Goldman, who we know is going to start trading heavily with Bitcoin this year. But as one of the most prestigious investment banks coming out and saying that Bitcoin is a proper currency, adds more validity to the currency. So I mean, a lot of people are now confused about and frustrated about the slowness, the network charges, but there is changes coming on the horizon. Things are being experimented with the lightning speed network, so just stay tight, go through this food period, be positive, and stay strong. So one more coin I wanted to bring to your attention is VeChain. VeChain, despite the major sell-off in the last few weeks, has been growing quite conservatively, and we've seen a 36% increase in the last sort of 24 hours. VeChain, for you guys, essentially a Singaporean-based startup. They focus on validating information on any sort of product. So it gives you the verification if a product is real or not, if from Lamborghini to any liquor being moved around the world. So they've been making some interesting moves, and the price has been seeing some significant increase despite their overall market down. So it would be the interesting one to look into the coming weeks. I'm currently not holding any, but definitely want to look at. And the other thing I want to bring your attention to is a startup called Kin. Even though it's down 10-11%, over the last few days I've been doing a bit more research and understanding more about the product and the offering, and I've been amazed about the plans around making Kin, the platform, as a as a tool, the chat platform as a tool to access different products, traveling, leisure, so making it as a central document. And it's used by 40% of the children or kids in America, and has 300 million registered users. So it's one of those things which should be looked at. I'm thinking of getting in. What to think about is that they're currently built on Ethereum, but they're looking to move to Stellar because Ethereum wouldn't be able to handle the volume. So it's some interesting developments to be expected from Kin in the next coming month. And right now we've seen the price went up to 0.016 US dollars, came down to 0.0008. I think it's a good time to buy now. It's quite undervalued, so I will certainly look at getting myself in there now. So that's it from me from today. Again, I know it can be frustrating, but don't don't be too pessimistic. We've seen a lot of negative food news, but the light is at the end of the tunnel, and I'm expecting next week to be a positive week and things starting to pick up again. In that sense, as always, please leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow.